Hey guys, Mr. Late here. I'm going to just do a short video to explain problems 7 and 8 here for 6-3 homework. So 7 and 8, they're just a little tricky and I wanted to make sure we had enough time to get through these. So problem 7 here, it gives us a volume and it gives us a height and we're asked to find the area. And so let me just show you the paper I did, the way I did this on notebook paper here, and then I'll get into this explanation. So the strategy here for problem 7 and 8, let's look at 7, but the strategy is the same for each problem, and what we're going to do here is list the things that we know. And so we're listing the length. Well, we don't know the width, we don't know, but we do know the height and we do know the volume. We've got that straight from the problem. And the reason we do that is we know that length, width, and height go together in a certain way to find volume. We multiply them together. And so when we list them step by step, my thinking here is list it step by step and then start to piece it back together, and then use your math operation skills to understand how all these parts are interconnected, how this relationship between length, width, and height affects volume. So here we go. Length times width times height, that's my initial equation. And I also know that if I do an inverse operation, if I divide by h, I can get length times width. And the reason that's helpful is I know that area equals length times width. So now I'm going to, on this third line here where I am right here, all I'm doing is substituting length times width for area. And that helps really free it up because take a look, I've already got volume, I've already got a value for volume, and I've already got a value for height. So that gives me a chance to solve this problem. So my last step is the step that everybody wants to jump to, which is substituting the value for the variable. Boom, 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 divide, and our answer is 2.25 units squared would be in area. I don't know exactly what was this what was this measured out in. Let's take a quick look. Whoops. Meters squared, 2.25 meters squared for number 7, excuse me. And then number 8, very similar strategy, a little bit different of a problem, but really similar strategy here. So let me just show you my paper for number 8. I've got, and so again, I'm just going to list everything I have. Length equals question mark, width equals question mark, height equals question mark, but volume equals 9 inches cubed, and area this time equals 4 inches cubed. So I remember that volume is put together by multiplying length times width times height, and because I just talked about this in the previous problem, length times width equals area, so here I'm just going to substitute area times height. And using another inverse operation here, my goal is to find height, and I wrote that in blue here. So now I want h equal whatever, h by itself, and h is by itself, and I just did inverse operation here. So area right now is multiplied by h. Here I divide volume by area to find out what h equals. And then I just substitute my values, so volume equals 9, area equals 4, and height equals 2 1/4. So both problems do require you to sort of unpuzzle volume and then puzzle it back together. So it's a little bit of a tricky, sort of a roundabout way to find out these problems. That's why I created this short little video to give you a little more time, make sure that you got a good look at these problems. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll post the next video in just a moment.